Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. Today I'd like to talk to you about cults. And no, not bad cults, more like the definition on the screen there, which is a small group of people with a very passionate point of view about a particular thing. And in this case, that thing is the HK P30. This isn't the most popular gun on the planet. It's not the most popular gun in HK's lineup. Yet people that know about this gun are incredibly passionate about this gun. If you go to your local gun store and go look at H&Ks, you'll probably find all kinds of VP9s, which is a great firearm. You may even see some USPs, but you probably won't see a lot of P30s. But the people that know about these are incredibly passionate about them, and they've had great experiences with them. Of all the videos I've made, the P30 series usually get the most feedback and the most good stories shared with all the great experience people have had with the P30 series. Now, I have two of the three models available here. This is the P30 SK subcompact, and this is the P30L, which has the longer slide. There is a standard P30 that fits in the middle of this that has a standard slide with shorter barrel. But it is a polymer frame, hammer-fired, double-action, single-action, or LEM trigger system. And it has multiple trigger configurations, so you can have double action only, decocker only, safety, no safety. So it has a ton of options. But why is this gun so popular? I have three things in mind that I think makes it so popular with people that know, and I'll kind of highlight those here. And the first one is reliability. H&K's heritage is pretty well known as far as the way that they make guns for militaries and how they torture test their products. Again, this guy is a descendant of the H&K USP series, also part of the Mark 23 series, that has cannon grade steel in here, torture tested in heat, sand, mud, dirt, to try to destroy these guns, and you can't. When I went to H&K for some armors courses, the guys who worked there told me that I can't afford to buy enough ammunition to wear these guns out. So they are just ultra reliable, and when you have to bet your life on something, this is an item you want to bet your life on. So just a gun that's always going to go bang, that's going to be there to protect you and your family if you need that. So I think reliability and the reputation of this gun is one thing that makes it so important for people that know about it. Now, I mentioned the fact that it was descended from the USP series, which is a fantastic gun, a gun that is still being made exactly as it was 30 years ago. How many people can still say that? You know, almost perfection. There's not a lot more you can do to this gun, and they haven't changed it. But one thing I think that makes the P30, so special is that it's pretty much the same thing as a USP, only, I'm going to be controversial here and say only better. The only knocks you hear about the USP is I wish they would upgrade the proprietary rail to a standard 1913 pick rail. I wish the grip wasn't so blocky or so big. And so I think that the P30 over time has evolved into a perfect successor to the USP. If you look at it, it does have the standard 1913 pick rail, so no limitations on what you can put on there as far as your accessories. And maybe the trigger guard's not quite as big for gloved hands, so that's one thing that's maybe not as big or not the same. But they have added front and rear cocking serrations. They've done an angle cut on the front of the gun here to give it more style. And on the grip, again, this is a big blocky grip. Luckily, I have big hands and can handle that. But on the P30 series, you have 3 different back straps and 3 different sets of side panels on each side that you can adjust small, medium, or large to any configuration you want. I think 27 different options to make this gun super ergonomic in your hands. And I will tell you, this is the first firearm I ever bought, because when I went to the gun store, after holding all of them, nothing feels as good as an H&K P30. VP9 feels very similar, but the P30 is absolutely just one of the best feeling guns I've ever put in my hands. So love the fact that it is very much like a USP, but modernized, which I think is fantastic. It's used by many militaries across Europe, especially. The Bundeswehr used to use the USP. I think it's evolving. But I think Federal Customs, the Federal Police, Naval Special Forces, as well as some militaries in Switzerland and Norway still use this firearm. So it's well known by the people that use it. So it's reputable, it is stylish, And probably on the point of style, another kind of cool factor about this gun is it is the gun that John Wick used to launch the John Wick series. When they were serious about making a very gun-oriented film about people who like firearms, know firearms, of all the guns they can choose. And I know they've evolved into very expensive guns now, but the origin of all of it was the HK P30L with a built-in compensator on there. I'll flash an image up here of that. But so the cool factor of the John Wick series, which again, I'm not a massive fan of the series. It's good. I don't watch it over and over and over like I do other series, but the people who are fans know that that's where this gun, this is the gun that started all for that franchise. So those are my thoughts on why the HK P30 is really a cult gun. Not a ton of people know about it, but the ones who do know it's reliable, know it looks killer, and it's popular with the people that know. If I had any knocks on the firearm, it's just the fact that, again, it's a duty gun, so it has a duty trigger, and that's what it's supposed to do. I don't shoot this gun well when I shoot other guns at the same time. If I go to the range, I'll take 3 guns with me, this being one of them. Some of the others I shoot better early on. This gun takes me about a magazine or 2 to get really accurate. If I shoot nothing but this gun, it is dead on accurate all the time. So you do hear some flack about the trigger not being fantastic, and people do trade out the triggers for gray guns, flat triggers, or other options, and that's great. I'm leaving it bone stock because H&K spent so much time and money engineering the perfect gun that I don't want to change perfection. But again, you can make the trigger a little better if you so desire. So that's my thoughts on one of my favorite guns. And again, would love to hear your feedback. I want to say thank you again for watching the video.